I'm interested in modern literacy practices. These are the skills that students use in their private, personal lives, and how we might make use of this in learning and teaching. Photography has been completely transformed by technology over the last decade. Almost everyone now has immediate access to a digital camera, and perhaps most importantly, the means to share the images. Recent research indicates that there are 3,500 photographs per second uploaded to Facebook. No one needed to be shown how to do it. It's now easier to take a photograph than it is to write your name. For many years I've been interested in participatory photography projects where people use photography to help them express what they find difficult to say or to write. And also the practice of phototherapy, where photographs are used as catalysts for conversations that might otherwise be difficult to start. Long-established methods of assessment like closed-book tests and essays are linked to the traditional literacies, but increasingly we're coming to understand that they're not necessarily the best ways to measure many people's intelligence and understanding, certainly in the FE sector. So I thought, how can photography play a more prominent role in assessment? The best way to find out was to run an experiment. I asked a group of students that I work with closely to show me what it's like to be a student in 2013. I sold them on the idea of what if we found a time capsule full of photographs of the college from 1973. We'd be interested in the everyday pictures, the haircuts, the cafeteria, the inside of classrooms. So the students began sending photographs, the majority captured on camera phones. It's very important to point out that the intention of participatory photography projects is primarily not to produce an exhibition of beautiful photographs. The students were liberated by knowing that their pictures wouldn't be assessed on technical competence and that they'd remain anonymous. After a few weeks we'd collected several hundred pictures and we met to discuss them. There was one picture that stood out. It was a long corridor with doors off to the side. And to some of the group it spoke of a learning journey with knowledge and opportunity behind each door. And for them it was very positive. To others, the same photograph showed a narrow, restricted path with doors that were locked to them. And for them it was a very negative, almost oppressive image. Two very different readings. So a discussion followed about what might be described as the hidden curriculum, the psychological impact of the physical environment and the atmosphere in learning spaces. The students made reference to other photographs that they felt illustrated and communicated what they wanted to say. I'm certain that the photographs played a pivotal role in facilitating discussion of a subject that would otherwise have been difficult for the students to raise, but that they all felt very strongly about. And we were also able to consider the multiplicity of meanings that the same photograph can have for different people. And for me this is visual literacy. It's a vital skill to prepare students for an increasingly image-led communication landscape. So I'm very interested in how photography might feature more prominently in assessment as an additional tool, a device to assist in exploring students' knowledge and understanding by offering them an alternative voice and recognising a way of communicating that we can clearly see that they're already making extensive use of in their personal lives.